Alright, guys, here we are, officially into winter. So, if you guys have been following along throughout this whole series, thanks a lot. The day has finally come. We're here, we're at winter, and we're going to survive this thing. So let's get started. Okay, so in the last episode, I built a winter hat, and we're going to be building a number of other things in order to keep ourselves warm. Hopefully I'll remember to do it in a timely fashion. If I don't, I apologize, but I guarantee you, before winter ends, we will have everything that you need in order to survive. So let's check on our spider's nest here. Okay. Drop you. Come on, fall on in. Hey, you missed the net. Come on, guy. I'm only going to do that once. Next time you better fall in the net. Okay, apparently that angle of the net is not working. Thankfully I'm a skilled spearsman. Come on. There it is. Hey, third time's a charm, am I right? Okay, so let's drop a few of these down here. Penguins, or whatever their fancy name for the game is. Okay, so here is your first experience of winter. Well, beyond all the visual. Penguins. Whenever you go near the edge of the map, you're incurring the wrath of the penguins. They're going to want to come on land, and they're going to set up their little ice nests, and they're going to be laying their eggs. So, by themselves, they're not really dangerous. They're more just annoying. They're all over the place, especially when you walk along the edge of your base. They come into your base. They're all over the place, and you know when you're trying to select things and put things away, they're just in the way. And but I will say this: don't accidentally hit one of them, because I've done that twice, and I can promise you, you will die instantly. They're pretty brutal. They're very protective of their group, and they're very protective of their eggs. So if you attack one of them, they slide in and just destroy you instantaneously. I mean, it takes maybe, without armor, maybe 3 or 4 hits before you're dead, and considering, just looking right there, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, and they're all attacking you all at the same time, you're pretty much dead instantaneously. So don't accidentally swipe like a very unsmart person did at least twice. So that's a little pointer right there. Okay, so we're just continuing to collect supplies because I want to build a little bit more on my base. Because the reality is that now we're getting into winter, everything's stagnant. Everything that I cut here, beyond the trees, obviously. The trees are the only thing that actually really grow that I can think of right off the top of my head. Yeah, the trees are the one thing that actually do grow through winter. But as far as grass tufts, twigs, your vegetables in your gardens, berries, everything, none of it grows during winter. Everything is frozen solid. So you have to be vigilant on how you utilize those items and when and why you're picking them. So it's like a chess puzzle. You know, you gotta chess game. You gotta figure out your next move and don't be too hasty with your moves. So let's make ourselves some more dry racks because, like I said, I like a few on rotation. And as we start hanging up more of this meat that we got from this, okay, you know what? I'm gonna try and remember that name of that creature. It's like a koala. Yeah, that's it. Koalefant. There, man. See, I knew I'd remember. Okay, yeah. So a koalefant. We got lots of koalefant meat, and we want to hang that up because we don't want it to spoil. And the best way to do that is to put it on dry rack. So that's what we're doing right now. And hopefully, with this, yep, there's some jerky right there. We are going to pluck that soon and utilize that. A bit of a delay there. You know what? Okay, let's do that. Sorry, just organizing myself here. Also, you'll notice the rabbits. The rabbits are white now. Like for me, that is a okay. Don't want to die right as we start into winter. So get that light going. The rabbits are a good indicator on when winter will. Well, when winter starts, you know right away. Everything is blue. There's just no disguising it. But as you start getting towards the end of winter, which I believe is around day 35, somewhere around there. Sometimes, and I could be wrong on this. It could be exactly on day 35, but there are sometimes where it might be a little different on the days, and so the best way to know as you're really trudging along in winter is when winter ends, the bunnies go back to brown, even though things still look a little more bleak, wintry, you know, as far as your scenery goes. So the minute you see those bunnies turn brown again, you know you're into spring. So that's a little tip for those who didn't know. Okay, so I made myself a sleeping mat. Sleeping mat is going to be great for sanity, and you're going to find that sanity is most affected during winter because, you know, everything's, you know, there isn't much to do during winter. You're kind of stuck near your base. There's going to be lots of opportunity for you to be cold. And so, all in all, having that extra precaution for your sanity is important. And so that straw mat, that sleeping mat, is going to give you the opportunity to go to sleep at night and regain some of your sanity. Now, I will say, alongside that, you lose a chunk, quite a substantial chunk, I think like half of your stomach. So be aware of that. As you do that, because you're going to want food on hand ready to go. So this next thing that I just put together is a tent, and the tent is exactly like the straw mat, but you have what is it? 4? Yeah, something like 4. You have 4 sleep-ins before it disappears. And you know what? If I'm wrong on that, and it's 5, correct me in the comments. Let me know. But I believe it's 4 sleeps in the sleeps. Is that even a word? I don't know. Anyways, you get 4 opportunities to sleep. Okay, little bit of better English there. You get 4 opportunities to sleep in the tent, and you don't have to worry about whether it's day or night. So if your sanity meter is dropping down during winter, perfect opportunity to use the tent no matter what time of day it is. Now it will reduce your stomach as well, but not as much as the straw mat. So again, that's another thing to bear in mind. And also, let's be honest, it looks cool. I mean, I love building my base, and anything I can add to it to just look legit is what I'm aiming for, and I like the tent. I think it looks cool. So, okay, so just organizing myself here, getting a few things out of the way as far as like food and whatnot. Oh, and also, as I was running around talking about the tent, I also built another chest. Again, I built the chest next to my tent purposefully. I have kind of my own method of where I like things to be set out, and one thing I like to do is put a chest next to my tent because that's where I like to store all of my clothing. It just makes sense to me. You know, it's almost like that's your mini home. That's where you would keep your chest drawers, you know, for your clothes. So it just, in my mind, that makes a lot more sense. If I'm looking for clothes, I go to my tent, and that's where my clothes are. So right on the fly, I know exactly where everything is. So just an FYI for what I was doing while I was ranting on about how cool tents were. Trying to use up this monster meat as quickly as possible because it's all spoiling rather quickly. I mean, probably another option I could have. Well, no, that's not going to work. Never mind. Ignore what I just said. Even though you didn't hear what I said. Okay. So, I'm just trying to see what else I can scope in the area. Oh, here we go. We got some suspicious dirt piles. Maybe I can get to it before night befalls us. Burn you. I'm taking my chances here, seeing as if I can... Oh, hey, look at that. Carrot. Hey, free food. Okay, so night has befallen on us. I'm going to keep trekking along, see if I can see it. You know, I can't see it. Okay, well, let's just keep searching around. Boy, that is the one thing about evening, is that you just cannot see that suspicious dirt pile. Anyway, hey, found it. Great. Okay, if we're lucky, we might be able to find the rest along the hay field. Nope, never mind. Do you guys see it? I'm not seeing it. Darn it. It's like you're running around blind at this point. Everything's so dark. Well, I think I lost it. Well, thanks for sticking with me as I ran around in circles. But we should probably get to our base before things get a little too crazy. Okay. So, pushing a little bit, but it's not the cold meter, which I haven't built one. I don't typically. You can build a cold meter if you want for winter, so you can kind of see how things dip in temperature, because then you'll know if you're going to start freezing during the evening. But I don't really worry about that, because soon I'm going to be showing you guys how to make certain clothing and other things that are going to help with that whole process so you don't freeze during the evening or night. So again, that's why I don't build a winter meter, because I just don't see too much of a point in it. Get the wood before it goes dark. Oh boy, I am a risk taker. Bam, there it is. Ah, penguins, or what are they called? Pangles? Something like that? Yeah. I don't know why they annoy me so much. They're just annoying. Trust me, when they get in the center of your base and they build their nest, oh my gosh, it is so annoying. Alright. Okay, so I'm thinking that this is coming to a close here. Good first run on our first few days of winter. Thanks for sticking with me so far. we're gonna start stepping into some other stuff in winter, showing you guys how to make certain things so we don't have to worry so much about the cold. But until then, thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys on episode 12. See you later.